There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Couldn't find room for the big play. It'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So Miami's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And we've got a couple of guys, one on each side in this game, who will do everything you could ask of a tight end. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy.
And he lays out, and he's got it down the left side.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Oh, they're after him. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Lets it fly on the move. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, a play like that's going to force the defense to second-guess whether they want to play man-to-man coverage against guys with speed like that. One-on-one to the perimeter, you run the go route, quarterback puts a ton of air under it, and they come up with a huge play.
Got a man, it's Lofton. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside, it's Pringle. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point was good. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bruins offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to run it. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Jacobs. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Makes the catch. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. You just saw one there on the crossing route.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Canes look to keep this drive humming. Fighting off the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And the Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The play action fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that 1st game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Across the 40 out of bounds and the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off. And
going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Takes a hit as he fires. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play on third down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it. Oh, you want to talk about catch radius, the big soft hands. It's like throwing it into a giant pillow.
And it's so nice for the quarterback, Reese, to know he doesn't have to put that right on his face mask. He's got an athletic tight end with crazy eye-hand coordination that can make plays like that.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. To throw, it's Mendoza. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. He goes right back to the air. It's complete to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And the Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Quick release by the QB. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Coming out with it, it's Wiggins. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They're going to run it. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. A little screen to the running back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield.
Caught, and he's got room. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Bruins are facing 3rd and inches. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to run for it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Bohannon. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They just keep firing. Got it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Got his man on the right. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. And the Bruins in the hurry-up.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wideout. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared.
Oh, a lot of space. Past the 30. At the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Canes.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Zings it complete to the right. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Bruins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Miami sideline. They are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he
uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He's past the 30. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little space. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
UCLA's head coach told me at the half they have to make some decisions here to start this second half. Their star running back getting his first start, he's young, and he has not run the ball well. They're trailing in this game, and they will have to decide how much they can rely on him here in the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. The officials stop play as they come out to tend to this injured Bruin. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Takes the easy one to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The run inside. It's Pringle. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Working the middle. Breaks free, and he might be gone. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A quick pass to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I know, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. Good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra body, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Wants to throw on third down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. He might want another play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Lee. Good shot. Up on that one, they got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Rush is on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
He lets one fly deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Touchdown, UCLA! UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now, the defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Looking to fire. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Heaves it deep. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and another empty. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wiggins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Could not make his way to the corner. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
It's complete on the right side. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Got a man in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And the Bruins have it with a first and goal. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Takes it in. Touchdown, Miami.
And that's the kind of play that can win you the game. You're on defense. It looks like the opponent's just going to run it in for an easy touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Dumps it to the back. Complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And you got to expect this offense to...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he